Presented by Liwanag. Reminder: the characters and events are just fictional, and some information occurred in the later time than the true story. Chapter 2: The Arrival of Isko. After the death march in Bataan, Isko survived the tragic events. Thank you, Father. In the name of Yeshua Christ, we were finally released. Hopefully, there will have peace. Isko whispered to himself. At night, they arrive at the dock with his colleagues from the island who were freed from what was called the Death March. You have bought a lot of pasalubong, Isko. It is as if you've been abroad, Karyo told Isko. I want Karing to be happy. Why don't you buy a pasalubong? Isko said to Karyo. It's okay. They will understand that because we've been from a war. I will just give my wife all my money, Karyo replied. While on the ferry, he was feeling really excited to see his family, who don't have any idea that he would come. What does our child look like? I'm more than excited to see them, Isko asked in his mind. About 9 o'clock in the morning, when they reached the harbor of the island. From the dock, he and his companions walked for about an hour before reaching their village. Hurry up, Karyo, and I can't wait to see my child and my wife, Isko said to the companion. Who isn't? We're almost there, he answered. The surroundings were clear. Karing and the baby Nelson were outdoors watching the rice harvesters in the field at that time. They didn't realize that Isko was behind them, smiling. When Karing turned back, she was so glad to see her husband. She embraced him, and as they hugged, Karing cried with tears of joy. Thank God, and you were able to arrive safely. As if the thorns were plucked up from my chest now that you were here, Karing said to her husband. May there be no war. It will be hard for me to leave you again. They are planning to make us part of the constabulary. I'll just prepare the papers, and when I would be deployed in a very distant place. I don't feel like working as a soldier, Isko told his wife. Isko called the harvesters of their grain. Come here and rest, Tuya. You may just continue doing that tomorrow. It's good that you are still alive. We will follow. Please ask Berto to catch a chicken in the nest, Vicen, said his brother-in-law. No problem. I'm going to catch 4, Vicen said. Isko took his eldest son, who seemed eager for the child, as Karing brought her things into the house. Ha ha ha! I have Nelson at last, Isko exclaimed. While Karing and the others were preparing food, Isko, with Iton on his lap, happily conversed with those who were picking up the papaya that will be mixed with the chicken soup. There is a small tree in the way, I have seen one, Isko said to the two. Just this one, and carrying would let it ripen. The answer of his brother-in-law. Don't get the one in the lowest part of the tree, as it will be ripened soon, said Vicen. You just get about 8, and that's enough. Fortunately, I picked up a coconut along the way, and there are 2 in the house. So 3 is just enough, he went on. Sure! Cook it deliciously, Kakang Vicen, Isko said. Of course, we're preparing it to someone special, Vicen's answer. As he went up into the house, he saw Kanor from the kitchen passing by. How are you? Come on and let's hang out a little. It's Isko's invitation. Ha ha ha! When did you arrive? Okay, tomorrow I will come to you, as my wife and I will go to the town now, Kanor said. I'll wait for you. You might catch something tomorrow in your fish trap. Please reserve me some fish and squid, Isko said. Even if you don't say, I'll bring you some. I'm hesitant to give you this remaining coral fish because it is smelly. Just wait for tomorrow, as I'm certain that I have some good catch, Kanor said. All right, it's up to you. Most importantly, you will come tomorrow with or without, Isko's answer. Sure! Okay, until tomorrow. I have to leave now, as my wife is waiting. Kanor bade goodbye. All right, take care. Just say hello to your wife. Please come with her tomorrow. Those were Isko's last words. Yes, I asked her to come with me. You knew it that if I won't take her with me, and she would learn that I come here, she will definitely get mad at me. Okay? Thank you. And Kanor left. After Kanor had left, his brother-in-law, Vicen and Berto arrived. They had lunch, and then they sang and drank in thanksgiving that Isko was able to come back home safely. There he recounted his experiences of the Infernal War. Although the war was over, there was still some turmoil as the Philippines was under the Japanese rule. It's good that you were able to save yourself from the Japanese. I'm grateful for that, Isko's answer. Oh, how terrible the war would have been. I hope that there wouldn't have next. Unfortunately, our comrades were killed just like pigs, Isko continued. Tell us more about your experiences there. Is that okay? That's Vicen's request. And Isko continued. My comrade was great. I was just assisting him with the bullets, so I was just hiding. He was at the gunpoint and even fired as if the bullet has escaped him. The bullets even slipped into his helmet. You just relax here. I'll take care of it. Just keep on putting the bullets. That's what he often tells me. Wow! He must have an amulet, Berta interrupted. Yes, he is also good doctor. That even the snake sting, he can cure. That's Isko's answer. There is no day or time that I do not pray. It is also scary when the Japanese soldiers drop the bombs. It's your lucky day if you won't get hit. When we bring the dead to the morgue, I am also shocked by the number of dead bodies. I just thought that I could not belong to them. Whenever I have a chance, I read Karing's letter over and over. I felt like crazy always talking and looking at the picture. Smoking tobacco is his hobby. He brought with him a bag of it. When we had nothing to eat, we pound rice in the helmet so that we can have something to eat. Fortunately, we could find some rice husks. When we find a dead horse, buffalo, or an animal that can still be eaten, it's a feast. We smoke it and put it under the sun so it would last longer. But when we are on the death march, we suffered a lot. In the footsteps of the buffalo, we drank and often in the river with floating animals or human blood. We do not drink at the same time because we may be exposed. When you get caught, you are sure to be beaten. You're lucky if you do not die. Must prepare yourself. For the dead or the badly injured who are unable to walk, we often carry them in the cradle. War is cruel, Isco narrated. If I had been in the army, my body would probably have been decayed. Afternoon and evening came. The gathering was over, and when the guests left, they fell asleep. Please continue watching till the next episode. Thank you very much.